Well, if you, then in that case, you probably didn't get an arrangement. You probably didn't get a meeting with the king. Rather, you're probably meeting with Commander Chang.
Hmm.
Sorry, sorry, I lied to you.
When you say you lied to us, I assume that was out of character.
Sorry, Commander An.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading the wrong name. You probably got to meet with Commander An.
Road scribbles a little.
She.
How
Okay.
how close is she to the king?
Well, she's currently the mayor de facto, so she answers pretty much directly to the king.
Hmm.
Ah,
Did she know him before this started?
Hold on. That's not how you spell that word. Whatever. Pretend I spelled the word governor correctly. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how far back the two of them go, but she was. I don't think she's like next in command, but she's part of the upper echelon. She's like my boss's boss.
Silk nods.
all right. Thank you
So,
for the information.
so
This
sorry to disappoint you, but no, I don't think you're likely to meet the king himself. At least not until the war is over.
Hmm. Well, I suppose we'll just have to see.
I mean, I know it seems a little silly for me to talk about a king who actually knows is personal, but he's like hiding. But I mean, it's a civil war. You can't exactly be running around pronouncing your location to the enemy. It's terrible idea. But once things calm down, then we'll actually be able to make audiences with the king and actually like he'll hear us. It'll be great. Maybe things will finally change for the better around here.
Hmm. Hopefully the war won't last too much longer.
It shouldn't.
Oh?
He's like, he just sort of shrugs. I mean, I'm pretty sure it should have been over a long time ago. I don't know how or why the Empress's forces are putting up such a fight. I mean, they should have collapsed long. They should have collapsed long ago.
Why'd you say that?
Because they have an inept leader who doesn't know how to wage a war.
Well,
And yet
clearly
here we are.
not.
Well, I don't know. He shrugs.
Well, before
This-
sundown. Oh,
Hmm?
sorry, out of character. Did I cut you off?
I was just gonna say goodbye. So.
Oh, okay. So then,
So you do.
will spout his two final fast questions. Well, we probably should be going before sundown, but I have two quick questions then. First, have you ever actually seen the king? You said there was a longma at a clearing at one point?
Oh yeah, his eyes kind of grow distant and uh, a bit starstruck. Oh yeah, I saw him. I've even seen him fight in battle. He's incredible.
Okay, and uh, lastly, his voice gets a little quicker. You sure you haven't seen any activity of maybe beasts or predators or anything around the border? I figured you'd know, considering this is your area and all, but
He lets out a sigh. Look, yeah, the predators are coming back, but look, we have nothing to worry about. All right.
so road's eyes go slightly. What? What? I am not exactly worried. Just
Look,
what have you seen?
once this war is over, then we can get back to protecting Hoshan like we're supposed to. And Tiano's going to seal that door, whatever it is. There's nothing to worry about, all right?
I'm not worried. I'm just wondering what you've seen. Please.
I've seen nothing interesting or anything of consequence, all right? Just move along.
Road is a little bummed, kind of just, okay.
I just
Have
want
a
to note.
nice night.
I just want to note that off to the side, Red's about to say something, and then Silk shoves a hoof between his mandibles.
Road, notices this.
Well, thank you. This has been very informative.
Just get home. Just get to wherever you are before curfew. Should probably turn you guys around.
Silk just walks away.
Oh, and
Doesn't
apparently
respond.
Road
Doesn't respond to that one.
just vanished into the darkness.
What?
There we go.
You also flipped citrus.
I sure did. Saint, are you with us?
Citrus just likes to be included.
Saint,
I
are you with
am
us?
present enough.
Excellent. The door opens to the closet, and your helmet is thrown at you quite violently.
Where's the fight?
I have been told that there are those who have witnessed and heard about Father. Your job is to go and make sure they don't talk to anybody again.
I she quickly puts on the helmet. I'd be honored.
Good. They were last seen heading towards a place called the Cesspit. It's the southern end of town. There are two of them, from what I've been told.
Physical description.
Apparently one of them's a cow, one of them's a reindeer. I don't know anything more beyond that.
Understood.
Good. Now go see to it that they remain silent. With that, she stands to the side and points angrily at the door.
Saint, under the helmet, blinks the tears out of her eyes and then walks out.
All right, back to Road and Silk. Where are you guys headed?
I guess back to the city. And
I'm not sure about that. And not for the reason you think.
Oh, I mean, Road is worried about the curfew.
Silk isn't.
Oh. Road thinks he sees Citrus in one of the trees. Maybe she's like talking to the other bats. He doesn't know.
I'm just deciding if I want to just walk into this compound or not.
Oh. Hey, Long Mafia, how you doing?
I have need of information.
I would like to purchase your wares.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
Technically true. I'm just trying to think if this is actually something Silk would do.
Road is going to do something if she does like to do that.
Oh, by the way, earlier, yeah, the guard was lying. He's obviously seen something, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, wait, what? I should have incited.
That's what that 18 insight was from earlier.
Oh, very clever.
Well then, Road is gonna
Wait,
have to.
I knew
grapple
he
him.
was lying.
But you also knew he wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, I also wouldn't. If I want to learn more about what's going on in the woods, I'm going back to Bella, not him.
That's probably a fair point.
Bella needs a hug and a.
Possibly, but
She probably could use a few hugs.
Bella's a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if you do anything to her.
Druids can take care of themselves. That'll be fine.
So,
I mean, the rest of the city, on the other hand.
so sidestepping that, the comment from Dreamer, where you guys head next?
I'm definitely going into this compound. I'm just trying to figure out what my approach is.
Are you going to make that known? Because Road is going to try to be smart about.
So here's the thing. I think on the way, as we're walking toward it, so I was gonna say we still need to ask about that person who was talking to Saint.
That's true. And, maybe if we do, it's best to try something.
No.
I'm trying to go about this, like, Road is always sort of paranoid, but I don't want to, like, metagame through that. So, what would he know? Saul Saint kind of getting assaulted.
we know
He
they're
disappeared.
we know this is a criminal group. Or here's
Yes.
let me explain Silk's logic. We know this is a criminal group. You can be reasonably certain that I think you can be reasonably certain that the person Saint was talking to has some kind of criminal ties or activities.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're the same organization. In fact, I'm kind of hoping they aren't, because that might make it easier to get information from them on it.
Yeah. Well, that's enough information for Road to make a decision. So I'm going to. Oh heck, I haven't thought about the physics of that. Whatever, don't worry about it. So,
All the best sentences, all the best ideas start with "Oops, I haven't thought about the physics of that."
well, Road is going to sort of. I guess it can't really pull Silk aside, but he's going to turn to her and say, "Well, I think if we further our questioning down that line, it might be smart to take some precautions."
I'm always prepared,
Wow.
and I have Red watching my back. The little worm nods.
Road stares at Red a little bit. And, kind of, I guess, just nods, acknowledging this, but adds, I mean, appearances matter, and we both kind of stand out a little bit.
Okay.
How does Road say?
Silk is now watching him intently.
While you're putting your thoughts together, DD, could both of you give me 2 persuasion checks?
Sure.
Okay.
Persuasion or perception?
Persuasion, please.
Persuasion.
I'm sure I wouldn't be aware, but just in case,
I did
would
not
I
mean to
have
roll
been
that advantage.
talking to the source of these persuasion checks for a minute?
We'll say one of them will have advantage.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah.
I mean,
So-
the alternative is you could just roll both with advantage, and then like it could be determined later whether it's both rolls or just the one roll that gets taken.
Generally
Yeah.
speaking, I'm using this as a gauge to see how well you guys, essentially how effective your next whatever course of action is going to be. Okay. Carry on. You were saying?
Okay. Oh.
It's a very
Earth kind
even
of
set of rolls.
taps his chin. I think we could both use a bit of a makeover.
What's a makeover?
A bit of an appearance change.
Oh, a disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You prepare for that? I think I did.
I don't think she has a way to do it. Actually, okay. Let me look it up what I can do with minor illusion. I think I have that.
You create a mustache.
Groucho Marx glasses. Let's go.
Anyway, the physics thing I didn't think about is that Road is going to reach into his pack and pull out a really, I guess, incredibly folded up, kind of old. It's not really oh god, it's not Indiana Jones's outfit. It's sort of like a nice, somewhat nice looking, maybe little dusty set of traveler's clothes. And he kind of holds that out to Silk and also pulls out a, like, makeup kit.
All right, Silk's gonna put the clothes on, I think.
All right, so you guys going to put on disguises?
Uh-huh.
I
And
think
Road
so.
is, as
All right.
a bonus action, going to change his the appearance of his nice-looking suits to not exactly rags, but more of a commoner's outfit.
All right, like both of you make a deception check, please.
Okay, and then I'd like to cast
Deception,
Alter
hooray.
Self.
And given the circumstances, I'll allow you both of you to do so with advantage.
Sweet.
Okay.
Taking the time. All right, deception, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank goodness for advantage.
Yay.
Well then.
Whoa.
18. Oh. Well,
All right.
so, and
I
then,
appreciate the fact that the token is small enough that
know?
just straight up covers your face.
It's good, actually.
perfect. Anyway, so
All right, so
do
you
the
guys.
Longmother Ant- I guess they would have an accent. I guess. How hard would that be to? I can do
Just
a couple.
so from my perspective, don't try and force a Chinese accent. Just assume.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Don't do
Just
that. Well,
assume-
okay, here's the other thing. We're not really going to be able to pass off as, like, members of
Yeah.
their gang anyways.
Oh yeah, no, that's not at all what Red's been going for. He's just
Okay.
going for something else.
But if you're wondering,
Uh,
yes, all the Longbow are talking with a Chinese accent when they speak common.
Or a flame tongue accent.
Yes. So a Hoshi accent.
I could just turn into fine. No.
Don't.
Well, for the sake of moving things along.
Yeah. Okay. For the sake of moving things
We
along,
could just say we look different.
Road taps his blue gemstone, and it's sort of a flash, sort of a transformation. I'm not sure how to best describe it, but his skin starts to change color.
Road
His
becomes a
eyes
magical
turn
girl.
from blue to yellow, and staring back at you is now a, I guess, now staring back at you is a brown cow with decent hair.
How now, brown cow?
And also note that Red is going to hide while we're disguised.
All right, so you guys are heading in there.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Hopefully we come up with something good to say on the way in.
all right. As you walk in, there's not exactly a particular main entrance, but there is an entrance that seems a bit bigger and more used than the others. Do you walk on inside?
Is there no one by the entrance?
Not at the moment. Someone left not too long ago, but they're just outside of talking range.
Yeah, I guess we're going in then.
Yeah, knock on the door, maybe.
Is it open or is it like?
Well, it doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay, yeah. Well, if it's closed, I'm knocking on it.
All right. After a moment, the door opens up and a Longbow looks at you guys curiously.
Howdy. Oh wait, no, that's my Omni voice. I can't do that.
Hello.
That's who you altered self into.
Forgive me for being rude, but do you have business here?
A tad.
Do you know who Father is?
He looks at Silk curiously. Your father?
The
Thought not.
father.
In that case, we might have some information that's very important to you. And
Forgive me.
I'm hoping we can exchange.
I'm asking for clarification. When you say father, what do you mean? There are many fathers in this world.
There's a very particular one.
I guess Road wouldn't know how much Saint's been abused.
And I'm guessing it's not your father you're speaking of then.
Oh goodness, no.
So someone by the name of father then.
Someone who's known as Father, yes.
I see. Who am I speaking to?
Road gives a glance to Silk and then to heck. Okay. Confidently, she says, "Why, I'm Rosie Stronghold, and this is my partner. Not Denim. I can't say Velvet either because that's taken. Um, Delilah. Uh, Delilah Clearhook.
I see. Deception, please.
Okay.
And not our previous deception, I assume.
No, that was see how good your disguise was.
Oh, okay. Right. I didn't say anything, so this is all on you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I only spoke truth.
All right.
Hmm.
That's a side note. This longbow, if this was a human, would be the equivalent of wearing a really expensive suit, like clearly custom, tailor made. There's a lot of money that he's currently wearing. I'm not sure what the longbow equivalent would be in this time period, but that's sort of the mental image here. He's very
Gotcha.
business.
Kind of high end business attire.
He looks at you. Speak your next words carefully. You speak to the. Well, you speak to the Du Yao Feng. Choose your next words very carefully.
Yes, we know we're speaking to the Du Yafang. That's why we're here. This was not an accident.
Telling me about this father, you're curious, and I'm guessing you know something.
A thing or two.
Frustratingly little. However, we believe he's taken an interest in your city. And I'm not sure that would end well for anyone involved.
Where
Except
do you
perhaps
hit?
him, of course.
Where do you come from?
Reindeer.
Across the sea.
Oh god, I just made a pun. Play on words. I don't know.
He thinks for a second. Tell me, you wouldn't happy be coming in from Rain City, would you?
Road looks back and forth with. Rosie looks back and forth with Delilah and gives a simple curt nod.
You wouldn't happen to have been on that ship that arrived early today, would you?
Maybe.
Why would you like to know?
Well, that's
Presumably either you already have the answer,
Wait,
or it's
no.
irrelevant.
Rosie did not say that.
I say. Please, just give me one moment. I think we do have some business to discuss. Simply need to make preparations for you. Some chairs and a table, perhaps. He closes the door politely. And after a moment, it opens up again. He's like, please, come this way.
Okay.
In they go.
Walking in, the inside is very nice. It's been very carefully. The outside doesn't really look. Again, it's all right. It's nothing. It doesn't stick out. It all sort of sticks out. But the inside, this is where all the money is gone. It is very nice here. There, you can hear some soft instruments being played off in the distance, and you just pass a room full of people doing drugs.
Normal.
There's
Nice.
there's a room. There's a room with cages in it, and there are people inside those cages. You walk by another room, and you see the door is being closed, and there's a very panicked-looking individual behind the door. You are finally led to a small room that is opened up, and there are 3 chairs in there and a table.
Outside, a fruit bat inconspicuously flies on top of onto the top of the building.
And the fruit bat spies something. A very large, heavily armored creature making its way down the thoroughfare.
Citrus probably thinks, "Oh, that's just safe. That's fine."
Um,
I just realized something delightful, but we'll see how this plays out.
the longbow then offers the chair to the two of you.
Sit down.
Sits down and closes the door.
Rosie sits down.
This father you speak of. I'm presuming this is a father who is in Rain, yes? Or Rain City?
I couldn't say. It refers to someone, but details are scarce.
Presumably in Rain, but we don't have much know-how of location.
So it seems to me that you know little of this father, as you said. Frustrating little, even.
Precisely.
Tell me, he sort of stretches his neck. Aboard that ship
Hmm.
was a very heavily armored reindeer, wielding a large axe. Do you know this individual?
A little. Very.
We know some information about that individual.
Oh no, I shouldn't make jokes. Sorry. Rosie nods. That's it.
And are you associates of this individual?
Well, to a
No.
degree.
Oh, no, we're not.
He sort of looks between the two of you.
Rosie sort of rolls her eyes.
We've been moving
She's
undercover.
not.
Yes. If I might offer a suggestion, perhaps you should get your stories straightened before you walk into the headquarters of a criminal syndicate.
Rosie keeps her cool.
But that aside, so far you haven't done anything to irk us or make us angry. If nothing else, impressed by your audacity to just walk up. Although we don't report seeing anyone that looks like you when the ship unloaded, which is fascinating.
Well, I work in the shadows.
Fair. I will tell you one thing about this father. If it's the one I'm thinking of, our syndicate has business with him.
Business.
He's a small time operation. Well, sort of small. We don't know all the details, only his hoofwork, sorry. Or hoofwork.
Hmm.
And that he has a few agents here and there. Just like any good organization, they have branches of various degrees and various sizes hither and thither.
So you know about them already, then?
Well, he
To a point.
pauses for a second. Saint,
Oh, are you? That was out of character. Okay, yeah, I'm here.
Saint, you've been directed to this large building, and you've been instructed to simply knock on the door when you arrive. I presume you do so?
Yes, from the other side of the door, where the people inside are doing whatever drugs above everything else. They hear two loud slams on the door, with splinters flying out of it. The door almost comes off its hinges.
The door opens, partly of the volition of the person who opened it, and partly from the force. He looks Are you father? Are you the puppet I've been told about?
I'm looking for a cow and a reindeer.
Ah, yes. Right this way, please.
Oh no.
It leads you past the previous hallways and up to the door. And just as the guy says, if you remember, the guy sort of lingered for a second, and he sort of glances up, and quite suddenly the door to the room opens up, and standing there is Saint, staring into the room.
Rosie, still smiling, says, "Oh, Pegasus wear."
And the guy looks up. These are the two.
I see. So that's how it is then. I would like to dimension door.
All right. Fair enough. Where are you headed?
Um. Okay, give me just a second to think about that one. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go to. Can we get inside Bella's hut?
What's the range in dimension door?
Gargantuan. It's 500 feet.
500 feet?
miles. Yeah.
No, she's farther away than 500 feet.
Oh, okay. Um,
Remember, this map isn't quite to scale.
that's a good point.
Expecting maybe the roof.
No, we can go pretty far. Let's go. Okay, let's get somewhere into the cesspit. Actually, wait. How far along the road does the road back here could we actually? No, we don't know if there's a path back there.
Actually,
let's
you know
go to
what?
let's go to the cesspit.
All right.
If we can't get to the hut.
You'd probably end up somewhere in the forest.
That way. Well, I think it has to be a place that I've seen is the thing.
Ah, gotcha. Well, there's the street, and then,
Yeah, I think so. As kind of far as we can up the street. I don't know how far that ends up being.
we'll say about there.
Right about there.
Yeah, we'll say right about there.
All right. So kind of here-ish. There. Okay. So we're going to appear there, and now we run.
Yeah, I'd like to dash as bonus action and
Alright.
possibly pick up Silk if I can.
All right. Where are you guys heading off to?
I guess the Mosquito Inn. That sounds like the best place.
I'm thinking deeper into the cesspit, honestly.
All right, so you guys.
Just because we know they have an agent at the Mosquito Inn.
Oh, that's true. Road was thinking Fawn.
Yeah, but that's kind of obvious, and also that drags Fawn into it.
True. So we could.
So my thought is
pick up
into the cesspit, lose pursuit there, shed our disguises, and then figure out where to go from here.
maybe get new disguises.
Or we burn the place to the ground.
Oh, someone would appreciate that.
No. So yeah.
So yeah, my vote is kind of go that way, basically.
Yeah. That back alley we were talking about before. It
Exactly.
all worked out.
But even more, just like go behind these buildings, cut through here,
Hug the tree, more or less.
pretty much.
Rosie approves of this, and a fruit bat, kind of alarmed, is going to. Actually, what would Road need to do to talk to Citrus? I guess it's not really it's just telepathy. So,
I mean,
yeah.
Citrus is a familiar, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, you have total communication to each other.
Okay, so then she is going to kind of come flying by, and like by her side, and Rosie is going to. Since cows have the good strength, I might try to pick up Silk and just bonus action dash all the way behind the building.
All right, and dimension door is it's just a teleport basically, right?
It's a
Yes.
teleport.
All right. Saint, you see a reindeer and a cow you've never seen before, sitting there, and then suddenly they vanish.
Suddenly get pulled into the void.
The person who was talking to them is still there, right?
Yes.
Saint walks up to him slowly, flaming axe in tow,
He just sort
and
of he just sort of frowns as he looks at where they were. He doesn't seem to be paying Saint much attention.
what did you do?
He looks up at her. What do you mean? What did I do?
You know exactly what I mean. Where did they go?
I did nothing. They left. I'm not sure where they went. I believe that's your job to find them, isn't it? They can't have gone far. They can't have gone far. I suggest you hurry. Looks like it's some sort of teleport to me.
Saint just glares at him and shakes her head before running out the door.
Do you have a high perception, Saint?
No.
What's your
I
passive
have
perception?
one perception.
Okay, never mind
like-
then.
An 11 or something.
All right, so you dash out into the street then, I assume, Saint. Where do you head?
Uh,
Also, I
roll
think
some dice
over here.
going in a random direction.
Fair enough. Roll a d8, I suppose. Well, that was probably one. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that jazz. So up that direction. Right. So Silken Road. Sorry, Rosie and whatever your name was,
Delilah.
Malila. Not to be confused with Malila.
Or Micaiah.
All right, so the two of you dash behind the buildings in short order, and as you pop out of existence and run back, you see a few street urchins sort of like look at you in surprise, and like they look at each other, and then back, and you guys are gone. They're like, "What?" Give me some stealth checks real quick.
Oh boy.
Fun. Whoa. Whoa.
All right then. As you guys vanish into the back alleyway and into the shadows, and find yourselves nestled into a nice nook of the giant tree where no one can see you.
Perfect.
With, I imagine, hearts pounding and adrenaline pumping.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Citrus is kind of. In fact, Citrus is probably sitting sort of just near the front of the alley, maybe on this house, playing Watch Out. And in fact, as they hide, Rosie's eyes are going to go white as she peers through Citrus's eyes.
Well, Saint, you're wandering through the streets, heading due north, I presume.
Yes. Do I see passerby?
You do see a few individuals. You do see a few individuals milling about in front of their houses.
She runs up to them.
They regard her with terror. A couple of them run. One of them does not. They are too scared to move.
Oh no.
This old person.
Oh, Jesus. You,
Don't hurt me!
have you seen a cow and a reindeer move past here?
Well, something appeared a moment ago. I don't know where they went though. They were like over there in the middle of the street, and then they were gone. I don't know anything. I swear. Please don't hurt me.
And then she moves on,
You still
leaving
ready?
the poor little child, or adult acting like a child, in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I think at that point there's not much difference. Um, so do you continue to? Where do you head from there? Do you continue heading up the street, or?
Yeah. I don't have any spells for this. If I can find one of Father's agents, I'm gonna do that and ask them if they've seen the two wandering around.
All right.
So, does Citrus see Saint walk past?
Oh yes, Citrus sees that whole thing unfold, and then Saint heading up towards this general direction. It appears she's heading towards this building over here.
Rosie
And
lets out a heavy breath.
and as Saint passes by, you can hear the sound of her heavy armor clanking as she makes her way by.
We didn't really need to look out for that, did we?
Yeah, no. Citrus runs in here.
It's not her strength.
What'd you say, Typeful?
Saint's subtlety is not her strength.
No,
No.
not so much. Her strength is her strength.
Yeah,
True. And the fire axe.
mostly the fire axe.
Eh, that's debatable.
Why are you people tagging me during the session?
Oh no.
Shit. Rosie is going to use an action and a bonus action as she comes back to staring at the alley that the two and in a slightly like the gem glows, but she is pretty much sitting on it to try and stop it from glowing. And suddenly her form shifts to a black colored longma, and the outfit is not exactly rags, but it's sort of similar to what was before, different. I don't have a good name for this, so this is just road.
I would actually be tempted to have you make a perception check, Saint, but I don't think even if you crit, you could beat a 22, which I find mildly hilarious.
But to be fair, that's also a crit.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. That's why I would have to compare the two of them, and technically, Silk should be 1 point higher. But you know what? Go ahead and roll a perception all the same, just for kicks and giggles. Let's see if you crit.
Oh, Rhodes is 26. So presumably, if a crit is super strong in this system.
Well, if okay, never mind then.
It was a good roll.
It was a good roll. It was a very good roll. All right, so you've transformed into a black scaled longma.
And he doesn't have a flame or anything.
A bald longma.
Bald longma.
I happen to have something just for this.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
There you go. Now you can control it. Have fun.
All right. Perfect. I can just remove road from the map, can't I? Because I can replace them at any time.
I put them on the GM layer.
Okay.
Road evaporated. He didn't feel too good.
No, sure didn't.
Oh
Silk, I think at this point is just gonna take off the disguise that she's wearing.
no. Yeah, that's a good
Doesn't seem necessary right now. I think she's also gonna stay in hiding for a bit though too.
Wait, doesn't? Well, that's an out of character question, not an in character one. But doesn't Silk have invisibility?
Does Silk have invisibility?
I haven't cast it yet, but yes, I have it.
We could just have like Alter Self Road walk around next
Well, so
to.
what's? I mean, I could invisibility both of us is the other option.
Oh. Well, I'm able to do this Alter Self thing at any time the spell's active, so
All right,
doesn't
well, there you
matter.
go. I mean, what's our plan here, though?
Uh, I,
Where are we going? What are we trying to accomplish?
I mean, I. Oh. In character, Road is incredibly wary of sleeping at Father's place, but also knows that.
I mean,
all
I
the
kind of
items-
I kind of want to have some words with the person who runs the place, who said Saint was away on business.
Mm-hmm. I guess this is business.
But I think, oh yeah, I think we got some business for her. But
She's trying to give us the business.
pretty much, we are the business. But like, is that where we want to go now? Like, what's our next move? And also, I think because we're kind of hidden, we'd have some time to discuss it.
Yeah.
So what's our plan? Where do we go from here?
We could always
Are we
go
are we
see.
are we reconvening with the party? Are we trying to hide out somewhere? What are we doing?
We could always go see Fun Show.
There's an option.
Yes.
We could. It's a bold approach. I kind of appreciate that. Hang on. I need to check how long invisibility lasts.
Yeah. Alter Self, I know, lasts an hour. How long has this been?
It's up to an hour. The problem is I might have to cast it twice, so I don't know how to do this.
Road has another cast of Alter Self.
It's probably been about maybe a good 30, 40 minutes. Not even that long, and maybe about 20 minutes since you cast it and walked in.
So the question I have is how long until curfew? Because I also want to save either an invisibility or a dimension door for that.
Curfew will be approaching very, very soon, probably the next few minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Road turned into a Longma for a reason. He'll say that out loud. I could always try to impersonate the King's Guard.
Okay. I like it, but what are you going to do with that?
Well, I mean, just be out on curfew.
Okay. So Silk is not sure what she's going to do then, but that could work.
Maybe I could, out of character, do a Star Wars in character. Maybe I could, I don't know, say I caught you off on curfew.
Everything's fine. Just a weapons discharge. How are you?
Road is basically Han Solo.
You know, I think he kind of is.
But did he shoot first?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
It's the smart approach.
Alright,
you know what?
so,
Silk's okay with this plan though. So like we can do this. She's just gonna add that maybe we should wait until Saint goes away first.
Yeah. Citrus is going to slightly tail Saint, just not being suspicious, doing bad things, maybe getting in someone's hair. And
Eat some bugs.
There are so
No,
many bugs.
it's a fruit
There are
bat.
bugs
That's a bad idea.
everywhere.
Okay, pretend to eat bugs. Just like hang out with the other fruit bats. I'm eating bugs too, guys.
Look at me.
You are aware it's an apple and not a bug, right?
What? No.
One of those big bugs.
Alright, so your guys
Big red bug. It's fine.
so your guys' plan of action is?
I think.
Wait till Saint goes away, and
Yeah,
then
wait till Saint's away, and then Road is escorting his captured convicts up to City Hall.
Alright then. Then-
rambunctious youth.
In that case, we'll switch over to Saint as Saint approaches the building up here. You are met actually out on the street by one of Father's agents who approaches you. A rather small Longma. So, did you get him?
They disappeared.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Did you see where they went?
No.
Typical.
We'll have to keep an eye out for them. Uh, Observe regards, Saint. Not quite sure what to say or do. I guess until then, head back to wherever you came from to wait further orders, I guess.
That was the plan.
Say,
Thank you for your service.
were you on the ship with them? Keep a note.
My orders didn't specify,
Hmm.
but the ones who were in the building were not the same people, as far as I'm aware.
And he frowns. Blast. I was hoping you had some more information or something like that. He just makes a slightly dismissive gesture. Alright, well, he looks up. He looks over at the sun that's almost gone. Blasted curfew. Right, you know what? Tell you what, I can't have you at my place. Can't have you wandering around during curfew. Oh, dang it. What to do with you?
A surprisingly common question.
You could just turn. Oh, that's out of character. I don't know if I should give OC ideas on accident, actually.
He actually, the more he thinks about it, the more he seems concerned about it. He's like, I can't have you wandering the streets.
Why not?
Well, because it's after curfew. The guards would arrest you.
And that would end badly for everyone involved.
And we kind of need you to not be in a prison cell. You know what? Alright. I bet you there's a guard nearby I could probably bribe to take you back to wherever you came from. Alright, you know what? Sit tight. I'm gonna go see if I can find someone.
This the same time that Road and Silk emerge from the shadows.
Fancy that.
Yes!
The Longman looks over at the Kingsman over there. Walks up. Hey! Listen.
Yeah, I'm over there too.
Hey, listen. Look. By the way, Saint, you see Silk come out being escorted by what appears to be a Longma guard. Look.
Wait, do I recognize Silk as the one in the room?
No.
She's no longer wearing the disguise, so.
No. So, as far as you know, it's just Silk and a random guard. Why is Silk down here? Shrug.
She does silk
Demon
things.
things.
That too.
Hey, look, buddy. Could you do me a favor? Look, I know you guys don't get enough money, and you're Look, I know you're underpaid. Could you just? I have a friend here. It's almost curfew. She's staying up at the. Looks over. Right, you don't know. The Golden Flower. You wouldn't mind helping her out. You know, she's new here and a little lost, and he slips a couple of gold coins into your hoof. You know, and could easily get lost if know what I'm saying.
Road gives a look left and right and a small grin. It would be an honor to help out a new visitor.
Nods. All right.
Takes the gold and puts it up. How much is it, by the way?
Oh my
2
god,
gold.
we get paid for this?
2 gold you got. 2.
Oh, I should try to
Ah,
extort.
look at that, you're rich.
Oh,
Rolling
well,
in the dough.
it's too late to extort.
You know what though? Here's the thing: the amount doesn't matter. The fact that we're getting paid for this is already too good.
Yeah, think of it as a tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy wanders back to Saint and gestures towards the guard. Follow him, and he heads inside.
Saint wordlessly nods and awaits the guard to move.
The guard
She tilts her
does.
head a little bit at Silk, but doesn't say anything for now.
Silk basically does the same thing. Looking right back at her.
The guard moves forward up and actually, would Road know which side of the map would be less guarded?
No, that knowledge would be beyond you. That would require intimate knowledge of the city of either someone who's scoped it out or has been here for a long time.
So,
However, if you wish to move as undetected as possible, all of you will need to make a stealth check.
oh no.
No, but we're being escorted by a guard. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, if we were being, is this like passive stealth or active stealth?
Well, it depends. Are you actively trying to avoid notice, or are you just going about trying to be inconspicuous?
Trying to be inconspicuous. Actively avoiding notice wouldn't work, but Saint it would also be suspicious.
Just for kicks and giggles, Saint, roll me a stealth check. I'm really
I got heavy armor, so I did that with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I just want to see the result because I imagine it's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be exciting, yes. I'm assuming we're not actually doing that.
No. I just wanted to see. Wow, your stealth bonus is surprisingly high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently she can be
Huh.
sort of stealthy, kind of.
Believe in her.
Not reliably, but
No, but the potential's there.
If we somehow get that armor off, or maybe make it mithril.
Saint would actually kill us if we tried at this point, though.
Yeah.
So,
That would.
Gotta-
I can testify that's a terrible idea. At least now. At least right now.
Actually,
maybe in future we can kind of
I
get
suppose
her comfortable with that idea, but
all right, then Road and Silk, I would like each of you give me one deception check, please.
Gotcha.
okay.
And this is more of a. I suppose it doesn't matter at this point, but on Rhodes' way down, did he take notice of where the guards were stationed along this path?
Were you paying attention?
Is Rode the type of person who would pay
Were-
attention to that? Would he
you-
pay attention to that in this
Were you
circumstance?
honestly paying attention to where the guards are being stationed?
Probably not. He was
Then-
more paying attention to the fountain. But if there
I
was
think-
like a guard there, he might have noticed.
I will allow you a history
It's gonna
check. If
happen
you roll
there.
really high, you might remember where you saw guards.
Could I assist with this?
No.
Oh,
History 13. Ooh.
oh no.
Now that you're suddenly like thinking about where all guards are, you have no idea. For all you know, they could be hiding in the bushes watching you right now.
Rhodes assumes there was
They're
one by the
everywhere.
inn, and he thinks there were some at the market, and there were definitely them at
Wait,
City
also,
Hall.
I just want to double check. Are we actually going to try and do this other thing while dragging Saint along with us?
Wait, what other thing?
Where are we going?
Back to the Golden Flower.
Oh, we went the wrong direction then.
Oh, well,
To be fair, I don't think you guys have gone that direction to get to the Golden Flower, so that's probably
probably
the path that you guys know is this way.
road. Well, just 2 points. Yeah, we're down this way. Left path also looks like there's more houses, and maybe people will be distracted by Fawn. That is Road's reasoning.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
Yeah,
I feel
Fawn's sleeping outside the inn, and everyone's just like staring at her.
All right.
No, her performance would be starting soon. People would be gathered for that. The streets would be empty there. Like, even more empty than usual.
So on the way
So
over,
everyone trying to go. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's the best
Yeah.
business plan ever. The curfew
Al-
in place
also-
makes it where you can't leave after
Also,
the
on
performance.
the way, as we're walking up there, hopefully before we run into any guards, Silk's going to try and quietly mutter to Rode that The cover story should be that we're kind of wandering travelers and you found us out after curfew. You've taken us home before something untoward happens.
Longma gives a simple nod, and I guess we head up.
While
was
we're
just-
walking, Saint looks to Silk. Oh god, alliteration. And she asks
Oh,
a
no.
question. Have you seen a cow and a reindeer around? She sounds really hopeful.
I mean, the cesspit is where all the. I did not mean to ping. The cesspit is where a lot of the non Longma end up. So there were a number of them around there.
Give me a deception, Silk.
Oh, darn. Well,
Okay then.
so how's your insight there, Saint?
I mean
feel-
that. I'm gonna guess your insight isn't exactly.
Oh,
Mm. The 20s in this session.
Silk is hiding something. She knows more than she's letting off.
You mind if I roll persuasion? Actually.
Sure, and I actually want to take this opportunity to explain. I think I've done it before, but I want to explain how persuasion works when players are talking to other players or PCs are interacting with each other. Because I've come across it before where people have rolled really high persuasions and they're like, well, I rolled really high. You have to basically do whatever I say, right? The way I like to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at it,
it's not mind control, right?
no, it's not. The way I like to approach it is when one player makes a persuasion against the other, either A, I'll have a roll off, or B, I will have the player roll and then allow the other player to interpret that roll as effective as they wish. Essentially, so you rolled an 18. I would say, whatever Stilt's going to say sounds pretty convincing. Like it's got, it sounds whatever, whatever you say sounds like it's something you want to respond to, but it's ultimately in the player's control whether or not they choose to. So ultimately speaking,
Yeah, I'm thinking about kind of how I want to respond to it.
but that said,
I don't think she's gonna just like give an itemized list of what the two of them have been up to, but she might kind of open up more than she would have otherwise.
well, that said, so you rolled persuasion. What are you saying, Saint?
Oh, Father's gonna have my head for this. Please, you must know something if you've been out here. Please.
Saint, can I trust you?
Uh,
road
she
once
tilts her head.
slower.
What do you mean by trust?
I don't know who this father is. And I'm not comfortable with the idea that you're taking orders from some weird, mysterious person somewhere where we're trying to help Rain in a
Oh, no, you
worldwide
don't
crisis.
need to worry. Father is one of the greatest people morally on this planet right now. I believe in him. You don't have to worry.
Why do you believe in him?
Well, he cares for me. And he always knows what's right and what's wrong. There's no reason not to like him.
Saint, can we finish this conversation later? I'm worried about who might be listening out here.
Oh, sure.
I can tell you more, but the information's kind of dangerous.
I'm not afraid of it. but
I'm not either, but that's not a reason not to be cautious. Let's wait till we're back where we need to be.
you can tell she's confused, but she gives a slow nod anyways.
All right, and then we keep walking.
All right. As you approach the bridge, you actually see a couple of guards standing there. Oopsies. One looking that way over the river, and one looking the other direction. And one of them spots and looks over. Oh, hello. What's
Hello.
this?
Road gives a slight wave back. Oh, I just found two travelers wandering, and I was after curfew.
Oh,
We were having trouble finding our way home.
oh, are you guys that came out on that boat over there? Points at the boat over in the harbor.
It sounds like them.
Right. I'm sure I already told you, but you guys can't be out past. It's too dangerous. With this civil war going on, we have to enforce a strict martial law curfew. But I'm sure he already told you that.
So just nods.
I'm gonna go bring them back to the Golden Flower where they are lodging.
All right, sounds good. And at that, they turn around and continue looking out over the water.
Saint, no, don't jump.
I don't think you should go for a swim in that armor, Saint.
No, not at all.
Although, funny enough,
Saint is testing her capacity to be an anchor.
Well, I have a feeling that she'd actually be kind of okay to swim in that. That said, I actually think that might be a good place to stop session
Alright.
because
So
I would like.
next time do we pick up back in the Golden Flower?
I actually want to pick up a little bit before because I want to talk about a little bit about what's going on with Fawn's performance.
Oh, okay.
And then
in front of the mosquito inn.
Yeah, basically, because let's say you guys are there, you decide to pick up Fawn and go with her. I want everyone to be there when you guys get back, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Wait, is Star here?
No.
Star was briefly around, but they're at a convention.
Yeah, that's why we. Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
That's probably why we're doing the mini session. Also, partly because I was right. This did take a good chunk of what would have normally been a session.
So, right, we'll go ahead and call session there. Thanks everybody for showing up. I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking forward to sicking Saint on the party for a while.